Yes, YouTube, we're back. So we're in for episode 2 of the prep series, just the start prep series, and we are into week 3 of prep. I'll put some updates up as we go along. Yeah, things are moving well. So it's obviously a very, very different prep to my previous. Obviously, the 2 previous preps I'd done in 2021 and 23 were natural, obviously big reveal there. Your boy's not natty anymore. And obviously the big change in this prep, what I've noticed so far, is I'm kind of like 2 pounds down in body weight in a few weeks, where at this point I'll probably be like 10 pounds down in my natural preps. Fat loss is happening, the look is changing, we're letting the visuals dictate our decision making. I say we, Lewis makes the decision, I just take action. That's your job as an athlete, follow instruction, and having belief in that instruction is going to be fucking huge for you. But yeah, I think the biggest game changer here compared to previous preps is letting the visuals fully dictate what we're doing and kind of whether we're being successful and productive. And from the look is changing, the waist is coming in, we're seeing new details come through. So yeah, the look's improving. And it's my 3rd prep now. I've done, 10 plus diets over the last 5, 6, 7 years. So at that point, when you've done a few successful diets, whether you're losing body fat or not. You can feel it. You can feel it coming. I'm not saying I'm struggling, but I'm just saying you can feel it coming. Here's a bit of advice as well when it comes to fat loss. The outcomes you want are going to be the emotions you want to avoid. So, for example, if you want to be lean, you're going to have to be hungry. You're going to have to be a little tired. You're going to have to possibly feel a little more irritable. Now, you're in control of those emotions. Just because you have those emotions, you don't have to act on them. You can simply continue to do what you do and be positive and lean into them. These are good things. If you're feeling hungry and you're dieting, good. You're getting fucking lean. So yeah, we're going to get after it. Today is push. It's mostly chest, delt, and some bicep work. Pretty straightforward session, 10 working sets. We're going to start with 3 sets of abs and then get into it. Your physique leaves clues. Have you ever heard of the phrase, success leaves clues? It's the same with your physique. I don't believe in coincidences. If you take myself, for example, my quad's probably my strongest body part. Now, there's clues there. If you look at my training, my quad training, without being arrogant, it's absolutely impeccable in terms of execution, accuracy, and intensity. Now, if you're not where you want to be with your physique, if it's your composition levels, if you're not as lean as you like to be, look at your habit, look at your actions. If you have a weak body part, look at the training for that body part. If you're not making the progress you want in the gym, look at your programming, look at your consistency, your recovery, look at your intensity in the gym. Because I guarantee you, if you're not where you want to be, the clues are there and you just need to find them. So as always, starting every session except my lower session with midsection work. So 1 set of hanging leg raises and then just 2 sets table ab crunch. I don't change this whether it's off season, whether it's prep, or whether it's in a surplus or deficit. I just keep that midsection work standardized. For me, it's probably the most important body part in terms of bodybuilding, simply as it ties the physique together. If you look at physique as like a piece of art, and I think that's how we should look at it, that is the centerpiece. It's usually, especially people who aren't involved in bodybuilding, it's the first thing their eyes go to. So think about it, when you start in the gym, first time you ever went to the gym, you probably wanted a mega set of abs and probably arms and pecs as well. So I'd say put that ab work at the beginning, because after a big push day, after a big lower day, you're not going to do your ab work. I wouldn't anyway. So put it at the start, prioritize it, make sure it gets done. What does a coach actually do? Now, I'm not going to give you the spiel of a nutrition plan, a training plan, accountability, all that. That's a given. You absolutely know that. Now, the main benefit of having a coach, and I've seen this hundreds of times throughout my experience as a coach and as an athlete, a coach will give you the best plan possible to become the person you want, the shortest route and the most efficient from A to B. The coach can open the door for you to become the person you want to do. Now, what they can't do is do the work for you. They can't take that fucking step. You have to take the step. If you're not where you want to be, that's okay. But there is a way to get there, and there is a way to do it better. drop me a message, DM me the words next level, and I'll shoot you across a video talking about how I can help you to get from the person you are now to the person you want to be. Your last feeder set is your most important set. Now, obviously, the working sets are pretty fucking important, we know that. But for me, the prep you put into your working set is dictated by what you do before that. So this last feeder set, I'm gonna take the load quite close to my top set, 3.5 plates here. I think my top set's 4 plates with maybe like a 1.25 kilo per side. So it's relatively close. I'm just gonna attack it for 1 rep. I'm gonna get, about 50% aroused, not in that way, but 50% up for it like I would a working set, and then attack it. If I make this feel light, if I make this move, I build confidence, I'm gonna nail that fucking top set. Easy, bro. Spot on. Mat reps, 1.25 kilos up. Your boy's growing into this prep. Yeah, boy. So that's 2 sets of the incline press done just to my side here. Progression taken on both sets. Top set was up and load, match reps, and then back off was up and load, up in reps. The fucking unicorn, guys. So here we are. So we're in for the train by JP times granite flat press. As you can see, I've got the load kind of shifted between the what would usually be the middle peg on the prime and the top peg evenly, and then I'm going to split it heavily towards the lengthen for my last and 4th pressing set of the day. So I just done 1 feeder here because my pecs are warm, triceps are warm, shoulder joints I've run over with a massage gun, and obviously I've done 2 sets already, so I'm ready just to get into it. Readiness is maximized. I want to keep fatigue low and keep all the energy I have now for these working sets, for the sets that count. Come on then. It's safe to say, week 3 back on cycle, and it's kicking in. Strength is flying. Woo! So that's 4 sets of pressing, all done, progress across each session. Makes sense. Week 3 is cycle now, so things are really fucking kicking in. Can see in the visuals in terms of fullness, can see it in, I'll always attack sets, health phase, cycle, whatever it might be when I was natty. But there's just that little extra oomph, that little extra drive when everything kicks in. Now, we got 2 sets single arm cable curl, 2 sets incline dumbbell curl, my 2 favorite curl variations at the moment, as well as just a standing dumbbell curl. And then 1 set of a tricep push down, and then 2 sets of the JM Smith press. So yeah, it's a good session today. Got a vest on underneath, so maybe we'll do like a quick reveal there. Yeah, gonna get into it. So that's 2 sets, single arm cable curl done. So obviously that's going to be kind of, the way that's set up, that's going to be a little more kind of mid-focus. Now again, that's with the elbow slightly in front of the shoulder there. Now this is, again, it's going to be mid-focus just by, if you watch comparative to the elbow when I curl up, that's probably the furthest point away from that kind of hinge point. So it's going to be heaviest in there, and it's going to drop off slightly as it come into the short. But obviously the main benefit here is just having that upper arm behind me into that shoulder extension, which is, it's going to get a little more of that length. And to be honest, it feels fucking fantastic. So that's biceps done. Now we're on to some tricep work. So just 1 set each arm here, and then 2 sets on the JM Smith press, and then we're wrapped up. 9 working sets, 12 if you include the 3 abs, but I don't include that. That just stays consistent year round. So yeah, 9 working sets. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's it's all I need to kind of maintain and continue to progress at the moment. So that's the sweet spot for me. Might be more for you, might be less. It's all going to be relative to how strong you are, how you train, and probably your mindset as well. If you can put as much into sets as I do, you're probably going to get away with a lower volume approach. If you aren't able to do that, you're going to need a slightly higher volume approach to get the work that you need. Yes, people. So thank you for watching, and as always, do your thing. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hope you enjoyed the channel. Now, you already heard me say at the beginning, this is episode 2 of the prep series. I've now made this episode 1 as we had, let's just say, some technical difficulties. And that is literally me being a fucking mong with my camera in the episode 1. But I'll get another episode filmed next couple of days. Going to film a few more. I'm going to keep putting these out every single week. And what I'm also going to do here is stick up some current physique shots as well. It's been absolutely hectic. I actually filmed this, I think it was a week ago, and I'm only now getting around to editing it and doing the post-session bollocks, because it's been absolutely wild. Obviously, I've had 2 show days over the last 2 weekends, and fantastic results. We had Ben at PCA Naturals taking 5th place in that top 5, that prestigious top 5, which you always want to be aiming for in your first show. I think that's a really good return for your work. Excuse me. And then 2 weeks later, then in the heart of England, in rugby, which is a show that's very, very close to my heart, to the UK DFBA. I've had some good days there as an athlete, some bad days, and some very good days and not so good days as a coach as well. It's probably the venue and show I've done the most as both athlete and coach. We had Ryan, who was doing his first show ever. He's one and done for the season. He brought his best luck possible. Ultimately, he didn't place in that top 5. He doesn't quite have the levels of muscularity yet. We knew that going into the prep. But for him, this prep was about more than placing. It was about proving to himself that he has a future in bodybuilding. He has the mindset, the mentality to be able to progress and, actually, capable of managing a prep. And it's one of the hardest I've ever had to push someone, and he looked great on stage. He didn't stand out as in a negative way, which a lot of guys do, and it ruins their kind of passion for the sport. He held himself to the highest standards throughout prep. Really, really happy with the overall look, and he was super proud of himself. I was super proud of him, his family, so that's awesome. Then we had Ben, who obviously competed 2 weeks ago, PCA Naturals, took 5th. two guys in his lineup coming in who had beaten him previously as well. But we were gunning for a top 3 place because he was nearly £2 sharper, which at that point in prep is a lot. And he was just over a pound heavier than PCA Natural. So we got him leaner and we managed to fill him a little more effectively as well. And this was probably in my top 3 ever peaks as a coach. I was very, very happy with it. And that led to him taking the first place, which is fucking huge. He beat some bigger guys with more muscle, arguably better shape and structure as well. But what Ben brought, he was absolutely peeled. We peaked him to perfection, and his presentation ultimately took the win then. It was impeccable. So, yeah, fantastic couple of weeks. Me, myself, I'm actually 12 weeks, 5 days out. 12 and 16 weeks out, basically 12 and a half, 16 weeks, 16 and a half weeks out. But I'm also now kind of 7.5 weeks out. I haven't told many people, but I'm going to be doing an earlier show. Going to be booking it today. I've bought the membership. So that's going to be quite close to home. So that's nice. It's going to be stress-free. Me and Lewis have already discussed it. And the aim here isn't to go in and bring 100%. It's, I'll probably be 90, 95% then. I'm, pretty fucking lean already, We're getting there. It's a chance just to dust off some cobwebs. Probably not even going to peak. Probably just going to run into it with a couple of high days, stress-free, get a tan on and enjoy it. I haven't been on stage in 3 years, so I think it's going to be, in the overview of my season, I think it's going to be a very wise decision. Win, lose, whatever happens on the day. I'll probably get told I'm not quite lean enough yet, and that's cool because it's not kind of the shows I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for, no disrespect, I'm aiming for bigger shows. But anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, people. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.